If you can't beat the bots, join them. Warner Music settling a copyright lawsuit with the AI music platform Udio and cutting a deal with the startup instead. Under the deal, Udio users will be able to use a chat bot to actually remix songs of some of Warner's biggest stars like Dua Lipa or Ed Sheeran. It's the latest in a series of deals between AI startups and music studios, and it's shaken up the industry for sure. Let's bring in our XM Sirius radio host and our contributor, Mike Muse. Mike, good to see you. Let's talk about why would a company like Warner settle this suit and partner with the company instead?
Record labels are learning from their past. If you remember, there was a time period in the 90s, early 2000s when Napster and LimeWire was really beginning to disrupt the music industry and really disrupting the ways that artists and labels were both making money. Labels decided to be very litigious during that time period and sue young adults and teenagers who were downloading music on LimeWire and Napster in their bedroom, and it created this very contentious relationship between the fans, the artist, and the label. And as a result of that, you saw platforms develop such as iTunes. And what became of that was just exactly how much profits were being lost that labels were receiving from iTunes, and also too within the artists. Fast forward, you saw streaming sites come available like Spotify, like Apple Music, and then you began to see like more collaborative working dynamics between digital and technology and between labels and artists. And so what we're seeing now is exactly the next iteration of that. Labels now wanting to get more ahead of it, to be more collaborative, thinking about generative AI products and tools to make sure that the ecosystem of financial is a shared and equitable experience. And I do put equitable in quotation marks.
So this isn't the first time that we've heard about AI companies and chatbots actually breaking copyright laws, right? I mean, is this the only way labels can protect intellectual property, you think?
The first iteration when we saw generative AI training licensed and copyrighted music was the first part of my discussion I was just saying in terms of the contention between it. Labels are now looking at how can we, instead of fighting and being litigious with them, how can we come together to make sure things are fair for the labels. But what's being missing from this conversation is actually the artists and the performance rights aspect of that. And also too, do the artists themselves have the power and the position to opt out or opt in when it comes to this? The labels are actually controlling the masters, but oftentimes when it comes to the lyrics, which is also the most important part of how these language models are being trained on, that is controlled by performance rights organizations such as like ASCAP or BMI. And so the question remains is, are artists at the table? Because as it stands now, artists do not receive a lot of money from streaming platforms. And so this is going to be the new argument as we advance this conversation.
Got it. You gonna give me a little old school beatbox before we go to break? I mean, you've got the gold chain going, you've got the, I heard you got some cool pants on, but they're not letting me show them.
I definitely cannot beatbox though, but
oh,
yes.
Mike Muse, good to see you.